Alright, turn 75. What do we get? We lost a frigate, the Scouty frigate up there. I guess they did put out new tachyon sensors. Oh, that is cloak level 4, block site level 8. Got seen by a destroyer. So the destroyer itself have the sensor? Or was it just in range of something and the destroyer managed to get the kill? Looks like the latter. This thing doesn't have any sensors except for combat sensor. We got for guns 2 incinerator beams. Yep. That's definitely enough to take care of a drone like that. And cleared out one of those fighters over there. So what has happened last turn? That is one of these combats we were present in. We killed 2 destroyers. Lost 1 fighter swarm in his home system. Okay, without any losses on the E side. Couple ships damaged. And 2 remaining fighters I got destroyed as well. So for now, just relatively small skirmishes, no major engagements. Alright, send 2 more gifts to these people. There was a problem. I looked at the turn before after I processed it, and I gave another negative gift to the Slurper Narrators. And yes, it actually costs him those resources. He loses those resources. He's at 0 now, and he said he lost a battleship to maintenance failure this turn. Because he is at 0 resources and still losing money. Because I apparently gifted him antimatter minerals that just annihilated whatever minerals he had left in his storage. I'm going to try and count accurately how much minerals I am spending on refits this turn and how much of my store that I have at the start of a turn I still have left to send away then. Because I would assume that that is what the problem is. We did a ton of refits again this turn. Yeah, it probably caused there to be no resources left in the bank. Right. Anything else? Now, the Twilight Collective got the resources we transferred to them. Oh, we stole another level of technology. Actually, it's not a level of technology. We stole some research points towards the technology. I checked, and it's, I believe, 2,000 points. Yeah, here. We had the stolen event last time as well. I don't think we got a level from that. I think we just got 2,000 points last turn or this turn. So that's good. A few extra research points. Of course, it's paltry to compare to what we make every turn anyway. But we have research level 6 now. I am going to want to unlock this next. Going to put some points into education. I'm going to finish that level of resupply that we now have partially available to us. And I'm going to start putting some points into diplomacy. And I still have 13% left. I'll just dump those into education as well. Okay, next turn I can then start building these centralized computer systems. Or researching these. Alright. What else happened? Beginning high-tech energy discharge weapons. We got the mine layers. Go there, do that real quick. Wanted me to lay the mines on this warp point. Look at them first. He has all his ships under AI control by default. We have, I guess, only 80 mines in each. 4 warheads. Orders real quick. allows them to go there. There's no launch units in bulk order there. Okay, I have to select you individually. Launch mines. I guess that means I didn't need to add an extra movement order there. Alright. Launch mines. Launch mines. Launch more mines. Launch all the mines. And now you can go back towards his homeworld. And I'm going to send them back to him. Ships where the moon, number 1 through 5. Your minesweepers, no mine layers. Send them back. Okay. Happiness, and that's it for this tab. We looked at combat. Is anything we missed? We lost the ship to mines. Yeah, okay. So there's mines there. Did we lose a ship? Oh, hey, look. Qatar battleship. Did we lose a ship that was in here, or was it just those 2 drones ahead? Didn't I send something through this? Movement log. Elucidate me. Yes, it was those 2 drones. 4 drones? Anyway, I think that means we now know where the remaining units of the Zone Collective are. So that was between 25 mines and then the satellite there. And that is hopefully it for his empire. The last remainders. You've built 5 weapon platforms, so and a couple facilities to tank, so we will need to see if this battleship can actually kill you. Simagom is 5 against a 5 facility planet with Disruptor Beam, Defense Control, Defense Grid Gargoyle, Disruptor Beam. 1 Gom is 5, please. Versus some planet with 5 facilities. And this for defenses. And delete some of these secret police troops as well. Then we have a pretty accurate picture of what should be on that planet. The amount matters because I think they will each take a hit individually. Actually, I think there's overflow between them as cargo units. I'm not entirely sure. Good. And begin. How do you do? Don't expect the missiles to get through. Oh yeah, the disruptors are definitely enough. Look at this. A bunch of the police troops died. Some of the platforms got hit. The Songaros are a little bit weaker on the armor plates than the others, and some other facilities took some hits as well. 1300 HP, 1150. And the rest of the damage got distributed over there. So that Gomez should have no chance alone. Good, not worried. Next tab, research. What do we get this time? Applied research 6, so we should get the upgrades going to everything, since 6 is the level I'm going to stay at for now. Urban pacification centers, I'm going to skip out on. Troops do not cost facility slots and also make people happy. Our recent advances have uncovered diplomacy. I've invested into that. And we've got level 10 high energy discharge. And with that, we have unlocked the wave motion gun. Alright. I think we're going to stay at level 10. I think my allies don't have level 11 to still give me, so I can try and make some designs with that now. Is Incinerator Beam 6 the maximum, or is there more yet? To check the sheet real quick. Oh, great sheet of technology. Where art thou? Down there, among another 100 or so open tabs. Incinerator. Incinerator beams. Max out at level 6, so those are max level incinerators. Good. They might be, at their max level, they might be more effective than our level 1 wave motion gun. We're gonna have to see. And we've unlocked the first level of these smart bombs. There's spaceports, shipyards, radiation, and cargo. Is it radiation? It's resupply depot, is it? Radiation was the neutron bombs that just attack population. The cargo, they're the ones that do not have their shots wasted against facilities and people and the supply storage and anything like that. I think last turn I considered a bit about how I should build my future weapon platforms, and since we are most likely going to face smart bombs against any fortified planets, I decided I should just stack up the shield towers. Because, as I've said before, shields apply twice on a planet. You just saw in that simulation, there was a shield around the planet itself, and then the weapon platforms themselves too have the HP from the shield as well. So it generates 320 points for the planet and 320 points for the weapon platform. So it applies twice, essentially twice as many hit points as it would be on a ship. And I'm pretty sure that the attacks only weapon platforms is not shield breaking or anything. Good. That was it here. We suffered a setback in the tech area of education and lost some research points, okay. I don't think I'm going to make a bomber ship with those anti-cargo weapons right away, but I do want to take a look at them. Give me some sort of warship design. Select heavy ship mount. I think the direct fire. Yeah, the direct fire. Without mount, they are 250 damage on average and 100 base range. Direct fire, 5 seconds. Heavy mounted, they are 30 kilotons. It's pretty easy squeezy. Relatively supply ordnance heavy, I guess. But for an average of 500 damage per shot, that's 100 DPS for on a 30 kiloton weapon. It's not bad. That's just straight up napalm compared to this. It's 1k to 1k. That might be 1.1k or that might be 1.7k. I don't know. So that's at least 200 damage per second on a 30 kiloton weapon. But again, that hits everything and not just the weapon platforms that shoot back at you. And what's the napalm range? 110 direct fire. These are 120, so the range isn't actually that different. Still, 120 is pretty decent range. It's just at the very edge of the range that our heavy mounted APBs have. I think our weapon platforms have 110 range. Or was the range they got different? Yeah, 110 range with a large weapon platform mount. So yeah, we probably want bigger weapon platform mounts anyway. For platforms 4, I believe, unlocks the next tech there, and then we need unit weapon mounts as well. Maybe I should dump my 13% of extra research one of these techs, so I can at least see the prerequisites. Oh, it's just barely enough. Too bad. Okay. Oh yeah, that was it for the other tabs. Construction tab. Bunch of retrofits. The repair station could not be retrofit. Okay. I guess we'll have to do this in steps then. Nothing else looks like it failed to refit. Spaceport, ships. Bunch of the generics to support the fleet. Bunch of the Nova Hawks to support the fleet. Finishing. We're gonna see if everything is repaired in Tangible though, and if we can actually combine it now. I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be delays in sending off that fleet. Right. Anything we need to launch? We want to launch some fighters that I was going to build somewhere and some any satellites. Nope. That's a repair drone. Nope. And this turn we're going to launch all these drones that got built. We've mostly stopped drone production now. Right, equator start of turn is looking fine. Quite fine. Alright. What if here? Okay, I got eyes on their warp point defense here. They've stocked up. They have a few more battleships now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 battleships, 10, 11 battleships, and some cruisers. That is a decent fleet, a sizable fleet, yes. But I will be able to outsize that easily. Dustbuster, Minesweeper. Oh. If he has a Minesweeper, he's surely going for an attack. You don't need those to defend yourself. Tachyon sensor level 1, not good enough to detect my scout that's keeping an eye on him. It's just a regular refining ship. And here's a quantum tunnel on there. They just randomly teleport a target somewhere. Makes sense to put this on a support ship. Just anything that attacks it gets teleported away. It's got decent range. I mean, hitting with this thing without a combat sensor is going to be hard, but oh well. Okay. What do these look like? Oh, he's still got the subspace transmitter. That's a 6% extra combat attack. That's not going to decide the battle. It's got a planet shield and 4 platforms. Surely I would be able to roll over that with 20 battleships. 24 and some 64 drones. This, the Devil Elixir, is not done yet. We did not need to do any further refits this turn, did we? No, not unless I want to put some of these high energy weapons on anything, and I don't think I do. The level 5 APBs that we have are going to be just fine. Support ship got done here. Didn't finish, but it's for detached operation anyway, so it's fine. Little cruisers. Okay. Let's just start going through our stuff. Okay, I do not see the Cantarant battleship here anymore. I do see the Cantarant battleship here. It's apparently trying to hide in this asteroid belt, but it causes damage. It's trying to flee somewhere. Let's check out the movement log here. He just went there and stayed there. Maybe I'll check if that hit him. Let's go sell our stuff. We're level 4, okay. Well, he's certainly gonna have the shields to absorb the damage from that asteroid belt. Fleet's still blockading the warp point. Not much to do with this turn then. If you go there, then the planet won't see you, will it? No. No, they've got 5 side range as well. Just whatever. Just go to the edge of the system. Keep an eye on the warp point and the planet. Not much else for you to do right now. Okay, we've managed to get the eagle here. And next time we're going to see if there's a minefield on the side. Fun and also exciting. There's a colony there. There's surely going to be colonies here too, right? Let's not fly all the way there. Let's keep you within range to check these planets. Go there. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 sensor range is going to be able to see both these. They're hydrogen planets, so they're not going to be breathers. They're just going to be domed colonies, if he's colonized them at all. Alright, these Pactiano seas have been refit and repaired. Therefore, I am going to give them orders to load troops once more. It's fine if this fleet launches a little later than the rest of them. And you can just join the fleet next time. This little Discover fleet. There are these space docks here, which are mostly out of job. Okay, I guess the combat ships can also join the fleet as supporting units. That's what a pious. Keep the combat ships in here then. Task force leader, please. Then the drones will escort you properly. It's got a maximum range break. And the Nova Hawk too. Okay. Eagle is going to do separate action. The Shrike can join the main fleet as well on this. There you go. There's some auxiliary warships to have a little bit of punch in case there's anything that tries to keep these from landing. I'm not actually sure if having multiple capture groups in one fleet is going to work or not. If I was less lazy, I could sim that out, but I do not want to do that at this point in time. You go towards the front. I am assuming nothing went through this warp point this turn either. No. Actually, the scout I had went through this point. Thought I had it come up from here, but no, that does not appear to be the case. Okay. Actually, thinking about these satellites here made me realize I just made the Dia 2 design with the tachyon sensors and everything, and 5 sensor range. So I want to get scanners level 5 or scanners level 4 that have 5 range. I want to have those scanner range match my sensor range basically. Next level just gives me a jammer. Okay. Put it this way. Put it in the queue. Just earmark it 1% so I remember to put some points into it. Alright, that's it for the orders for this fleet. Delete your orders, give orders to stay where you're at. And then we're going to need to form a fleet here. Let's see. Okay, most of these ships are actually repaired. Eagle here, that is not, because its control systems are not refitted yet. It's 1 to Deridex, 2 to Deridex, 3 to Deridex. That one moves, and so it can get repaired all along the way. So this fleet is mostly operational. I can deal with having a couple that aren't. So let's make this grand fleet. Add some task forces. Fourth one is going to be the support one. And the other ones are all optimal range. Not you. Combat ships can all go in there. Should have put all the Nova Hawks in there. Small missile frigates. Only have one bomblet. They might make for a better force being detached or escorting the support ships. Okay, we have the big repair ship and we have a big minesweeper. This is not a refit design. We can refit this one to be much bigger. Alas, we can't do that while it is in the fleet. Can we? No, we can't. Things that are in fleets are not shown here anymore in the refit menu. So what do we do with the last two Nova Hawks? Just keep them with the fleet so we have some more missiles in there. The generics have a missile each, but oh well. Just bolster the numbers, please. What's the formation going to be? Wall L? Usually something like flying V is good. Let's just set everything to flying VN. We have how many things in here? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 15, 16. I think an M formation can take 16 ships, no problem. Then of course we also have the drones. I could make these separate with their high speed, or I could have them escort the ships. They're essentially going to take slots in the formation as well, which is going to spread it out a little bit. And well, they mostly work on missiles. How about we have separate drone groups that are each headed by a Nova Hawk? And we're going to set these to maximum range. Maximum range do not break formation. I'll set the formation to something like diamond. I believe that protects the fleet ship. You can always select M because it has the same distance between ships as S, and you can just fit more ships in the formation. If you have more ships than fit in a formation, they'll just get put in a default position that's usually a little bit off. Max strategy, max range, max strategy, max range. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. The Deredexes are still here. Can they get refit further? Yeah, they can. It's just a couple hundred. I'm going to start keeping count of how many minerals I spend. I'm only going to count the minerals. I think Rats is going to be fine with all my allies yet. And you can all put in, what was it, the level 7 shields. Well, you're all still on port anyway. Did I refit all these spaceports? It looks like I did. Which is probably what helped me having only 3 the David X's that are still requiring repairs here and the Eagle. And everything else is done. That's very nice. Alright, you move out towards the front lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How about you just pop into that system? And everything else that wants to go in there, wants to go join that fleet, can go that same position. You are Rian. Was the Shrike that was independent operation with the cloak. You essentially a fleet support ship, go there as well. Move here at generics. Oh, you also have just enough move, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, just enough move. This CME reduces shield strength. Doesn't damage the ship. Okay. So you can just fly through it. Here, you're going to finish that next turn. We're going to decide what to do with the shipyards later. For now, I just want to get the actual ship movements out of the way. Alright, a strategy about what to do with our boats. You are attacking some coordinates. Yeah, right, you're right. You're going to check the cloak your positions in this place. The storms do not cloak. Okay, what do we have? A support ship down there. You're not gonna make it all the way there, but you can join this fleet next turn. And we have another Nova Hawk that finished. Being a frigate, I only have 13 moves. Alright, it's because I removed the solar sail. Saving us 20 kilotons. And you also join that, I guess. I don't think I'm going to be building very many of them. Alright, then let's check the front in the deep south. Drone group came here to reinforce the main group, fine. Let's put more modern drones. I was 4s and 5s instead of just 4s. Barely more modern, I guess. Not heading there. And there's 1 drone here. I thought it was 2. Maybe I was mistaken. And you had 2 drone groups somewhere else. You can't split these once they're in space, so if there isn't a second here, there wasn't one there before as well. I believe I already gave orders to attack these to something that was still going to be coming around. Not this eagle. Was it the drone group at 15 speed? I don't think so. Or wasn't you? Add another 352 to the tally. Wasn't this Rian? I don't know. That'll show up eventually. Hawk 10, is that the most recent one? I think it was. It is. Tend to be a destroyer leader, so go and lead some, not destroyer leader, lead a drone leader, go lead some drones. To meet up with that fleet. Actually, I'm going to place waypoint 2 there again, and I'm going to just send everything that I do not want to go collect itself at this planet to go there instead. Go where the fleet is. For instance, you, some random drone groups. The David X8 has good APBs. Shield generators aren't as great yet, but it has somewhat upgraded armor. It's fine as a warship, and I really need to reinforce that, so just go there. You're also set to go to waypoint 2, waypoint 2, waypoint 2, please. And it moves through this place, although I don't think it has much supplies, no. Resupply depot is going to finish next turn after this is already passed. Alright. So we're missing a bunch of supplies then. All these ships are Derridex 14s. No, you're not. You're going to cost another 352. Derridex 5 to 14. What are you going to be? 5-1 plus 4, 315. You are 14. Okay. And this one couldn't refit in one step. And you can just stay there to keep those repair base here. You already refit. You're on Antonius 4. Very good. Hmm? Good, you refit. Then I think everything is fine and dandy down here. Did have 6, yeah. Just want to have something here. So going to be a couple turns until these are really effective. We're going to finish their initial weapon platforms now, though that's good. Where was this drone that I set to attack him? 2 turns. Barely faster. Still. Who else wants orders? This is a Licinius 2. This can get refit. I think just drop the mines down there. To a Licinius 4 for 2259 minerals. Plus 2259. Here, drones. You can just go straight to waypoint 2, please. And you're not really going to build much else that is useful here. I want to build more drones, so I'm going to queue some mines. These places have shipyards, so they're going to be useful even if I run out of things to do. For now, I just want more warships. We're going to queue some warships. Let's mess with the design to see what the new guns can do. And then we can mix up our designs a little bit. Have some of the Derridex that have anti-proton beams, which we style as disruptors, and then some alternative armament as well. Okay, copy this. Yank out all these guns and just see what this would look like with different weapons. Chuck in some wave motion guns. Oh, accidentally deleted. Only 3, I guess. And give me back that crew quarter I deleted. There you go. Fits perfectly. Replacing 7 guns with B. And yeah, you can't really see what 1K actually means, but in this case I'm pretty sure it's just barely above 1K. They have 140 range by default, which is nice, better than the 120 that our APBs have. But minus 70 accuracy at the edge of the range is, of course, devastatingly low. Don't be fooled by having such high damage numbers. They only shoot every 5 seconds compared to every 2, and they're 105 kilotons, so yeah, DPS not that great. I'm going to open a new calculator. say 910 is the lower bound. Divided by 5 seconds, divided by 105 kilotons is 1.73 DPS per kiloton on a heavy mount. Keep in mind that this still has terrible accuracy. Compare this to a APB, which has what lower bound at the edge of range? 104 divided by 2 divided by 45 is 1.15. So it is actually 50%, or the wave motion gun is actually still 50% more DPS than an APB. Oh, I did not think that it would be that strong. But of course, much worse accuracy. And much higher alpha damage. If you have 3 of these guns, and even 2 of these hit, then anything that's not heavily armored and shielded, it's just going to implode immediately. And then imagine if you have 10 of these ships hitting 2 of their 3 beams. There's a couple of warships that immediately explode at the start of the battle. Ideally, then you have those warships outrange the others, so you shoot first, and they don't do the same thing to you at the same time, and you win the battle. Just by Alpha Strike. Wave motion guns can do that. Okay, I also want to compare the level 6 incinerators, which have a very nice 140 range as well. Lower bound of 510, not a massive range difference there. Fire rate of 4, divided by 75 kilotons, also 1.7. So much the same as the wave motion gun, and the same accuracy profile, loses 5% accuracy per. Is there any reason I would want to use incinerators over wave motion guns level 1? Aside from just being able to fit them differently from the sizes. They both have 140 range with minus 70 accuracy. The wave motion gun costs 262. This one costs 218. But you can fit more of these. The Alpha Strike is not going to be much different since they have a fire rate of 4 seconds and 5 seconds. Overkill is probably going to be reduced with incinerator beams. I think these are going to be slightly heavier on mineral cost. Oh yeah, wave motion guns also use much more supplies at a similar fire rate. And you're not going to be able to fit that many more of these in here. So I think right now incinerator beams might be the way to go. For incinerator beams is 300 kilotons of weapon tonnage. 3 wave motion guns would be 310. It's quite comparable. Four of these would be 2000 Alpha Strike. 3 of these would be almost 3000. Bit hard to say. I think I'm going to build some of these with incinerators. And later on we can go and switch them out. Now I just need to fill the last 15 kilotons with something. There's also the Ripper beams, but they are very short ranged and very inaccurate, so even with heavy mounts they're not really under consideration. I think they're great at short ranges. Let's calculate their DPS just for the fun of it. 112 lower bound, goes up to 152, it's a bit more variance in there. Divided by fire rate of 2, divided by 30 kilotons is 1.86. Yeah, the DPS is a little better, but the accuracy is still bad, and the range is very bad, of course. Okay. So no, they don't really matter. Okay, do we just chuck in some extra armor plates? We remove some armor plates and put in an extra shield. Could put in like a scatter armor or something. We would still need to win 5 kilotons somewhere. These things are pretty supply hungry, especially with motion guns. But with the quantum engines providing us with 15k supply storage, I think we do not need to put any extra in there. We do have an explosive device. Let's just yank that out and chuck in a scatter armor. These add 4 to combat sensors, these add 5. And allow us to confuse the enemy about what this battleship is going to carry. Alright, last 5 kilotons. Put in another ordnance storage for the bomblets. And the flak, sure. Design name. The other ones with David X's. There's no real the David X variant, right? Name variants. We could call them D something else. If you look down here, we have some R somethings, Arderex, Ertan, Arderan, which also sound more Romulan than these Romulan Emperor names. I should pick those. Maybe I should have picked those for the other small warships I built. I'm also happy with names like Shrikes and Rians and Generixes. Maybe just because I know them from other non-canon Star Trek games. Okay. I could name them after birds. I called the battleship troop ship design. I made ones, what was it, Stormbird. I don't want to call them hawks or anything, because hawks and eagles are already small ships now. Call it killer hawk, but it would still be a hawk. Call it falcon, sure. Or a King Falcon, because just regular Falcon feels awkward for biggest battleship. Alright, optimal range break. Yeah, even if you are there to dish out some alpha damage and outrange the enemy, you have terrible accuracy at that range. So you want to close into whatever the optimal range is. I believe it's fixed at 80. And there we have the battleship variant. To keep our enemies on their toes. Costs a couple more minerals. 400 more rats. Nothing outrageous. Cue it. Here, boomies. Boomies. And queue some of these up here as well. This is busy. This also has a derelict queued, and we can queue one more here. Don't necessarily want a ton of these, just a couple to mix in. Having mono fleets that are all one design can sometimes be easy to counter. I feel I'll say if I ever have some alternate designs mixed in. The smaller battleships, warships here already provide some of that. Mixing in some of these incinerator battleships will provide more of that. Okay, we also want some here on the southern front. All these places are still going to be busy with themselves. The homeworld of the zone here is going to be finishing these space docks. but the first one is already going to be done next turn. Okay, you have 2 more finishing, you have 3 more finishing, you have 6. Okay, now that's the intended amount, so you can start queuing. It'll be a while until they're finished. There you go. Next 13, just go towards the light, please. You will not be able to reach that, but you can reach that and refit yourself to the DirectX 14 on the way. Plus 352, please. And then you can continue towards waypoint 2 because you do not upgrade your engines. You, however, are still under repair and are going to refit to your new shield generators here. Plus 352. Alright, I give orders to these. I think we had something we queued up on all of these. Right. Minesweepers. You are another victim for further upgrades. Plus 352. You are e-building our mining station. Very nice. Oh, more victims. You should move down here. And are then going to upgrade yourself for 14 as well. Another one. And the other 3 that are here are going to upgrade themselves as well. 1, 2, 3. Do we have more perpetually upgraded ships here? Yes, we do. You can go further. You're going to be able to reach this? No. Hey, but why don't you just upgrade yourself where you are and then start flying? Go there and then head towards waypoint 1. Plus 1. And the 2 that are stranded here, you actually fully refit. Nice. You are as well. I think you with the 0 out of 12 points, I'm going to need to give an order to stay where you're at. Alright. Most ships seem to have made it out already. So the DirectX 11, no 9, just got built probably. You move here. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. You move here and refit to the next design. Plus 2154. See, 13k minerals already taken. 55k remain. What was with the ones here? This one is finished. The Amandos here, I think we upgraded the Malfro itself. Yeah, it has repair base now. And this one was due to be upgraded now, plus 1812. Go refit that then. You're gonna finish that station. Tuning operation 2, already done. It needs to have a little bit more repair, just as you do. So you can stay here. You're also finishing a ship. Or find Danny. Good. You are number 7. You are going to want to go there and refit as well. Place doesn't have any extra repair facilities. Plus 2269. We should get a repair ship here as well. Could just build a repair station. It'll take 3 turns, but oh well. It reminds me I need to upgrade all these facilities. Before I forget it, let's just do that. Select construction queues, just hit the upgrade facilities button. Are you sure you want to upgrade all of the facilities on all of the construction queues in this list? I do. Split second lag, and now everything's upgraded. Everything that we're building is a research center level 6. I'm not sure if it keeps the partial progress for the one that is already under construction, but I'm going to find out. And 10 that are already there are also going to be upgraded. Now I can see the numbers here again. We have 444 and we're building 290 research centers more. That is so many research centers. Okay. Who else wants orders? The Licinius here that is repairing itself. You do not want orders at this moment in time. We're also going to need to launch all these drones. For now I want to get the orders out of the way. You can just head down. You can go refit yourself there. That's 2269. You have people loaded. Slurpees, red oxygen people. Not Ukwatal. What's the snack? Alright, you are here to be dropped. This place is already breathy. This place is going to be done after that, I guess. There's a couple oxygen places here that can benefit from the not Ukwatal snack people. Then drop 5 mil here. Load all the Romulans. Drop all the Romulans on some ugly rock that nobody cares about, like what's methane? That world over there. That one looks desolate. And I can't remote drop only the Romulans, so go there afterwards and wait for new orders, I suppose. Okay. I guess you won't need to build the extra value improvement plans if you can immediately start. Doing what? Building farms, I guess. I think we can use a few more. Have 58, building 13 more. Yeah, we can use more farms. Farming colony. Use them up so I don't hum and haw about it next turn as well. Alright. Look at the Urban Pacification Center that we just unlocked. It's just +1 happiness for the system, and you can only have one per system. Yeah, maybe it's worth it just to make everything be jubilant. Maybe on a higher level it would be worth it if it would actually be a difference, but it's hard to say. Just where the mood is exactly, you only see them. You don't see the exact value, you just see what range it is in. And then it's hard to tell if a facility is going to make everyone jubilant or if it's not going to be enough. It's not exactly a transparent mechanic. So I'm going to withhold on building these or even researching these further. Okay, who else wants orders? You want orders, a Ravenhawk in this attacky fleet. You really just should sentry, or your sentry orders getting removed every turn because the drone is here that is hostile. But the fleet, it's fine. We'll just have you join the fleet here. Yeah, what is it? Attack fleet, right? Zeta fleet is the new one. We just didn't name it for anything. Just join them. Saves me the micro. You do not join them, you're a scout. Yes. Managed to go in here. I'm assuming there's nothing here. I mean, you just entered the system. Service system order is going to have this. Explore this next turn, and then I go through and see if there's any hiding spots in here. Call it a day. Oh, that is certainly a hiding spot. Level 15. Very strong. Dark Cloud Nebula. Sure. It makes sense to be Heidi. Oh yes, more refit victims. Who else wants to be refit? Did we already take care of these? We did. We just need to give some orders to stay where they are. You. Can't make it there in a turn, so stay here where the repair stations are. And for you. You should also stay there. You are going to refit. Did we already calculate you? I guess 352 minerals aren't going to break the bank. Alright, what else do we have? Somebody finished building a station. Slow build is already active, so already took out e-build. You already have the refit. You're just not going to need to finish repairing this. I can upgrade the drilling operation to our drilling operation Mark II for another 308 minerals. Since you're already here, you might as well. It's going to save me some minuscule amount of maintenance. Drilling operation S2 is going to need to upgrade it to an S3 2205. And you stay here. Are you already upgraded? You are. You not. You go there. Upgrade yourself. Oh, you're right. You couldn't upgrade yourself, right? It was too expensive. Was it? Refit. Anything Amandos? Let's look at any freighters in the icons. How for those work? Amandos 2 has been retrofit. Okay, this is an Amandos 1, not an Amandos 2. Look at the refits for this turn. Try to do it here. Freighter. Tonios has been refit. That has been refit. No. Whatever, let's just try it. Calculate the cost. 6,240. Yeah, it's going to be too expensive, is it? Basically an all new repair ship. Alright. Where are these shipyards here? You are not a shipyard. Otherwise the shipyards in the system would be busy. They're going to need to go and launch all the drones. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. What are you still building? A research directorate, okay. Launch drones. Launch drones. You here have already launched drones. You can go to Pelagia and then remain idle. Our home system can go launch drones. Actually, some mineral miners here to upgrade. Okay. You're finished refitting, but you're not done building these facilities, these weapon platforms. I want to swap these out for designs that have more shields on them. Something else we need to do is put the longer range guns on our platforms as well. I don't necessarily need to aim for 1000 armor HP anymore. I'm mostly concerned about anti-cargo weapons. And since the shield generators apply their points twice, they essentially provide 640 points. If you divide that by 30, you come out to well, more than just 12 points that you get per size of armor. So I'm going to yank these out and swap these to mostly shields. Or should I? Integrated protection platforms? Yeah, they're going to be in individual planets. Yeah, no, I'm not. But I am going to put in bigger guns. Should I put in wavy motion? See the damage difference. If there's no heavy mount, that's for sure. 130 range. 145 accuracy is not so bad. 30 range, 145 accuracy is still not so bad. What is the actual difference in accuracy? It's -7. That's honestly pretty damn accurate. Since the weapon platform mounts seem to just give you more accuracy by default. Does the platform control? No. Let's go with the big guns. Let's put in no incinerator and a wave motion and just yank out all the APBs. Okay, this is our new design for the integrated protection pattern. So leave that. The disruptor beam batteries are going to remain disruptor beam batteries, but we are going to swap most of your HP out. At least a decent chunk of it. There you go. More shields. Upgrade queues for those, please. And then I want to have an alternative version with guns. On these, I'm going to choose purely wave motion guns, just to get that alpha damage up. 10 more kilotons remaining. Chuck in an extra armor plate. What do we call this? Do the Romulans have some other weapon system, some other energy beam weapon systems they were famous for? Not really, right? Beam disruptors, pulse disruptors, plasma torpedoes. They had what was it? Quantum singularities, this power cores. Could just call this plasma beam or something. There is no plasma beam weapon. Calling it a plasma battery will make you think of plasma missiles in this game. I guess plasma beams would fit high energy weapon technology. Yeah, it seems like it would fit. I'm happy with this. There's a Batari or Batari. If you can't tell, I'm quite tired. No, that looks wrong as well. English is not my first language. A battery with an E is a device that stores and converts chemical energy. Battery is something you're accused of if you beat another person. Good. Plasma beam battery with an E. Dropper beam battery also an E. Okay. Then defense grid. Become shields. Hmm? Okay, our old stone gargoyle. We ain't got another one. Honestly, having the combat sensors on these is for just the 1 point defense beam is a hard sell. So let's swap them out like this. Okay. Now weapon platforms with more shields. There are high energy weapons for fighters as well. Yes, we've got small incinerators. Don't really need to care about that though. We were doing something on our empire here. You are going to finish these still, and you are going to wait for them. Homeworld is in fact not done building something for once. It's going to go through some upgrades. Important Tust are the research centers, so you could do those. Who else wants orders? 2 drones down in the system. You can go to the Pelagia waypoint. Let's just, yeah, go to the Order waypoint. Go there, okay. Who else wants orders? This scout can stay by this for now. We can see that they have sensors with which they cannot see us. And the Gomez 5 still seems to be his most modern design. Okay, that's it for stuff that wants our orders. We're actually getting relatively short on rads. We need to build some rads mining stations. Sort of prefer minerals everywhere they fit. Okay, let's go check out any planets that might want orders. Well, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of planets that might want orders now with us stopping construction of spare drones on faraway planets. I can see which ones have shipyards and which ones don't. There's a lot of space docks over the job right now. There is a planet called Anodyne 1 that wants something from us. This one here, okay. Yeah, okay. You go and build a warship then. Build a King Falcon because that is what we are queuing today. Then, let us go systematically through our entire empire and launch all drones. I am not going to have you watch this, so I'm going to pause the recording real quick. Alright. I went through my empire, and I think I've launched all the drones. Queued up some more secret police units. A couple warships when our queue's about to finish, but nothing else. Good. Then there's this system here, which has colonizers being built here. And there's uncolonized planets here as well. I believe I just queued up King Falcons everywhere here, though. Yeah. Let's, whenever we next have a chance, let's build these. But I believe we do now have a chance because we have empty space docks. So I'm going to go and queue up colonizers for the remainder of this system and the system down here. Actually, the shipyards here. We just started at the Deridex. I was going to start a Falcon here. This is a green world. What do I need? I'm going to queue up these colonizers. That will be my next action. Alright, I queued them all up. All that's left to do is finish up queuing warships on the remaining of these orbital docks, and then I shall be happy. I already queued up some warships on the remaining docks down here. These are going to be building colonizers, and most of these should be free now, so I'm going to queue up the rest of these, and a mixture of the new King Falcons and the Deridexes. It's unfortunate, but they take different amounts of time to build here. A couple more minerals pushed it over a threshold. Right. So with more exciting clicking gameplay. There we go. And there's nobody else that wants orders. I think we're done with all the planets. All the space yards have orders. Good. Then we're done. This is what we have in the bank. We're actually making minus 8k rats. Damn. I guess I won't be able to gift any rats to my companions anymore. We have 40k resources remaining in our net flow here, and so 68k in the bank. So after we spend these 28k on refits, we're going to have 48k in the bank, which means we can still spend another 12k easily and still be full next turn. I want to gift as much minerals as I can to my allies right now, so I'm going to try and go for 0 at the end of my turn before the income comes in. So I'm going to give each of them just 19k. And I'm not going to give out any rats. Right, let's screenshot this. Actually, I don't need to screenshot this. I'm going to process the turn right after. And then I can screenshot them the next one. The state after next turn. Good. And we've also discussed that I'm going to increase the tariff towards the Sloper node to 15%, just to help them because they were fucked by my antimatter minerals apparently. Yeah, I think we're going to need to increase our resource income in the near future. Might have to squeeze in more research at the same time as with all the other stuff I'm already trying to squeeze in. That's what we're increasing the research points for. Okay, 19k minerals to each of them. You know what? I'm going to try just sending a gift to the Slurpees. Can the Twilight take it? He's just about to run out this turn. No, I'll do it. I'll do it as before. Not him. I'm going to do it as before. I'm going to give 19k to each of them and see if I'm still going to send antimatter around, or what the deal is. 19k to you. 19k to you. Okay. Now we have the trade going up still. It's at least something. Alright, then, yeah. I'm still going to be fine on the rats for the moment. I'm not building any rats stations. The construction, I call them refining stations. Refining operation, well, one at least. It's gonna be another 8k or something like that. Okay. Intel didn't get hit by anything. Assignments can stay the way they are. Stats is probably going to be no surprises here. Graphs, tech levels. Kantarans still have not joined their tech group. Those are mellowing out. Me being the last one to get the tech. Which is fine. 12 points. Research. Straight line going up. Resources also going up a decent bit this turn. I think we had 2 extra star bases finish. It's also rising sharply. Okay. Our maintenance costs are also rising sharply, which is good, which means we're building something. Biggest fleets we're building, I want to lose some of these ships. I don't just want to build these. I'm building these for them to get blown up. Ideally, while a lot of other ships from the enemy also blow up, but the best way to balance your budget in this game is to send a fleet at your enemy. Let's hope we get around to doing that soon. Make it safe. Process the turn. Alright, that one. And call it a day for now.